What up, though? My Spady Spades, welcome back. And if you're new checking out the channel, go ahead, hit the subscribe button for me. Hit the notification bell. Also, hit that like button. It's free. It's cheaper than a penny with a hole in it. My Spady Spades, first of all, I want to say thank you to those that's donated to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. Greatly. My gratitude is overwhelming. So I definitely thank you. I would share, names. However, I gotta see if it's, some people like to give anonymously, so, however, I am grateful. I do appreciate it. Also, even those that, might have wanted to give but didn't have to give, just the thought of you just wanting to give, I'm grateful. And hopefully God will bless your circumstances or bless your finances to where you can act upon the desires of your heart. Well, Spades, it's sad to say that Dwayne Wiggins passed away. I think maybe the last year or two they got back together, and it wasn't on my radar. However, man, I used to be a huge fan. Man, I was a huge fan of Toni Tone. Yeah, Toni Tone. That was my group. That's probably one of my favorite new age groups after like the OJs, Dramatics, Whispers. After them old school groups like that, that next tier, yeah, it would start off with Toni Tone. Yeah, that was my group. And I mean, I even owe them a thanks. Let me tell you the story. I was double dating, and the young lady I was meeting up with, it was my first time meeting up with her. The other couple, they was already together. So we all agreed to go to the skating ring. So we go to the skating rink. Yeah, I used to get my roll bounce on, y'all. I used to be cold with the skating, the roller skating, not ice skating, roller skating. Anyway, once we got to the skating rink, we told the other couple, hey, we'll be in shortly, because we had just met. We had just met that evening, and we wanted to engage in a little talking. So we sat there, in the vehicle talking. And as we were talking, getting to know one another, excuse me, Spades, she proceeded to put her hands, I guess after we got a little more comfortable, put her hands up under my shirt, rubbed on my chest a little bit, and then her hand moved down to my stomach, and she jumped back. And the way she jumped back, like, oh my God, what is that? It made me jump. She jumped one way in the vehicle. I jumped the other way. Hey, what's going on? I'm thinking it's a spider or something on me. I didn't know what was going on. So I'm asking her, what is it? You know, she's like, then she said, what's wrong with your stomach? I'm like, what is it? What's going on? I'm still, looking for a spider or something. And she say, no, your stomach's so hard. I say, my stomach is so hard. She say, yeah. So then I pulled up my shirt so she could see my stomach. And man, I had around that time an 8-pack. And it was really due to Toni. Because I could not work out. Like if I took rap, gangster rap, to the gym, it's something about once I would go to do the abs, work on my abs. Only thing that could really get me into that ab workout, which to this day, when it's time, I gotta build myself up. When I'm working out, 5 minutes, you're gonna be hitting them abs, 10 minutes. It's always been like that for whatever reason. Out of all the muscles, besides the booty muscle, I leave that to the women. I let the women tone up they buttocks. Leave mine however it is, but that stomach, man, it's just. But when that stomach is together, it's the icing on the cake. But for some reason, whenever I could listen to Toni, man, it's like, man, it's like God just chiseled my stomach. Just chiseled. My stomach was so defined, detailed, and ripped. Yeah, I had probably one of the best abs. Folks used to seek me out trying to get down with my ab program. However, it was due to Toni. It was the motivation from their music. Like I say, I was a huge fan. It was something about, as long as I was listening to their music, for whatever reason, my mindset was, okay, I'm going to deal with this pain I'm getting ready to put myself through with the ab workout. But yeah, that was my group. My condolences to Dwayne Wiggins, and the group said he was the reason why they named themselves Toni, because of him. So, I don't know, one of the best groups. Man, yeah, so yeah, a huge fan of their work. But my favorite song gotta be Anniversary. I mean, a lot of great hits. They really got some hits, but that Anniversary, man, that's a beautiful song. And I'm sure, here in the near future, God is gonna bless me to be married, and then I'll be able to celebrate while listening to Anniversary by Toni Tone. My condolences go out to his people, his family, friends, all the loved ones he leave behind. We really appreciated what he added to the success of Toni. All right, my spades. I guess I'm gonna go listen to a little Toni. And again, Dwayne Wiggins. Hey, may God create a special place for you in heaven. You and Angie Stone, and also the young fella that was pledging down there. with the Q Dogs, Caleb Wilson. May God create a beautiful place for y'all in heaven. Okay, my Spady Spades. I wish y'all love and happiness, and keep loving.